Good afternoon, everybody. Let's take a look at your headlines on this Tuesday afternoon. A bear spotted in one Baldwin County neighborhood. Plus, more affordable houses coming to one community. And a man receives a sentence for setting the Greer's store downtown on fire. That and more on News 5 Now.
Brought to you by Green and Phillips Injury Lawyers. Covering news from your neighborhood and around the world. News 5 Now starts right now.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to News 5 Now. I'm Devin Walsh. Glad to be with you on this Tuesday afternoon. Hope your day is getting off to a nice start. Just if you haven't been outside, I don't have to tell you this, but there is a heat advisory in effect. So do all the things you need to do to stay cool, but just keep in mind that the heat index today is getting up to about 110, so it is brutal out there. So try to limit your time outdoors if you can. Let's go ahead and get to our big stories at this hour. Bears showing up on the Eastern Shore. Look at this video. This is from somebody's home over in Spanish Fort, in Spanish Village, just kind of roaming around the driveway. You know, they looked at their cameras and thought, oh, look at that dog. Not a dog. That is a really big bear. Apparently, it's not uncommon for bears to come onto people's property when there's food out or the trash can is open. But bear in Spanish Fort. I hear about bears in Northwest Florida. I hear about bears in Saraland, but bears in Spanish Fort, they are there, folks. Number 4, City of Pensacola trying to clear up some confusion about garbage pickup. City officials want to make sure that residents are putting their garbage can out on the right day. So they shared the map that you just saw to break the whole thing down. The collection schedule recently changed when the city switched to a once-a-week garbage pickup. Number 3, a new proposed hotel in downtown Mobile is met with some backlash. Last night, developers of a proposed 5-story home 2 suites talked about construction on a parking lot on St. Francis Street. The parking lot gives locals and tourists easy access to the bars and the restaurants and other hotspots downtown. But that lot would be taken over with by this hotel, along with some other parking spots in the area. President of A&R Development, Zach Hoyt, has a plan for guest parking, but he says a lot of citizens are still concerned. Number 2, a groundbreaking held this morning to help families with living situations. The Prichard Housing Authority held the groundbreaking for 4 single-family affordable homes. The Infill Homes Program combined investment of $600,000 in home ownership opportunities. These homes will be sold to first-time home buyers who meet a certain income. A man has been sentenced, as our number 1 story, for setting a fire inside a downtown Greer's store. This is at the store on Government and Broad. Timothy Jones received a 5-year federal prison sentence. He set the store on fire back in February of last year. The store was open, but nobody was injured. They also say that Jones has to pay $25,000 in damages to the store. And that is a look at your big stories at this hour. Okay, everybody, it is time for our question of the day. And I told you about how we have a heat advisory out there, which is not uncommon this time of year, but we're asking you what your favorite way is to stay cool. So, what is your favorite way to stay cool? Let's look at some of your comments. If I can find my little cursor. There we go. Grace Beth says, falling asleep in front of the fridge with the door open and pretending it's a spa day. Cold shower, says Julie. Brittany, hey, you're a smart one. Marry the AC man. I'm always cool now. Bentley, my wife and I like to get inside of the washing machine to cool off. You gotta be kidding me. I don't believe it. It's like a little spa. When it's winter, we fill it with hot water, and it's like a little hot tub. I'm surprised more people don't do this. I think he's telling a fib on that one. Kevin says the beer cave at Circle K. Cold beer, sitting in the bathtub full of ice. Let's see. Turning my AC down to 68, turning on a fan, and crawling in bed. So, all right. Thank you so much for your comments about how you like to stay cool. We appreciate it. And you still got time if you are dying to express yourself and you want to tell us how you stay cool, you still have a few more hours to do that. Okay, now we're going to move on to our poll of the day. And you've probably been reading some recent news headlines about the documents related to the assassination of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. have been released. The Trump administration announced this today. And so this is more than 240,000 pages have been unsealed. So we're asking you, are you going to read them? Are you going to read them? Yes or no, or undecided? Yes, no, or undecided? Let us know if you have some interest in reading those documents. I'm interested in reading the documents. I just need to get a chance to pull them up and read, some of them. I would obviously be able to read them all, but I would like to read some of those documents. So let us know. Does that interest you? Would you like to read those documents to learn more about exactly what happened? And that's our poll of the day. So if you would like to participate in that, you can go to WKRG.com or WKRG's Facebook page until 5:30 tonight, and then we will release the results of our poll and our question of the day comments at 5:30 on our next edition of News 5 Now. And that is going to do it for this edition of News 5 Now. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you back for WKRG News 5 at 5.
Covering news from your neighborhood and around the world. You are watching News 5 Now, brought to you by Green & Phillips Injury Lawyers.